Shalom, peace, blessings, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So spring is finally here, and that means it's time for us to start our garden. There is something so special and powerful about putting your hands in the soil, feeling the earth, planting a seed, and watching it grow. Today, we're kickstarting off our spring garden, and I want to share why this isn't just about food. This is about real life education, food security, and honoring God's design for provision. Homeschooling gives us the freedom to teach in ways that truly matter, and gardening is one of the best ways to do that. And since a couple people from my Instagram was wondering, I will link the link to this seed starting kit in my description. But I think I paid like $30 per kit, and I got about 2 kits just to ensure that we have enough seeds that we are starting indoors this year, and that they have a pretty high success rate because we have all the things that we need. I really like the kit that we got because it comes with these little cells to start your seeds, and it also comes with a dome to keep the seeds covered, a heating pad at the bottom to keep them warm to help them germinate, and a light at the top. So you don't have to get the whole shebang, but I thought that this was a very cute and inexpensive seed starting kit, and it would be perfect for the space that we're working with. I started by moistening our soil with boiling hot water. And the reason why you want to do this is because most soils do come with either eggs of some sort of insect, or just insects get into these soil bags very easily. And since we're starting them indoors, we don't want to have the problem that we faced a couple years ago starting seeds indoors, where we had fungus gnats that came with our soil. So basically, when you moisten the soil with the boiling water, it's supposed to kill away any potential eggs or anything like that that may come in the soil. So we'll see, and I'll keep you guys updated on how our plants are doing. In our household, learning isn't just about memorizing facts. It's about doing. Our children are learning patience as they wait for their seeds to sprout, responsibility as they care for the plants, and resourcefulness as we figure out what grows best in our soil. This is a type of education that truly sticks because they're living it. They're not just reading about it. The Bible tells us in Proverbs chapter 12, verse 11, "He that titheth his land shall be satisfied with bread." This is a reminder that working the land is a blessing, not a burden. It teaches us the value of hard work and the reward that comes from diligence. And let me remind you, there's a reason why growing our own food is so important, especially nowadays. The cost of groceries keep rising, and the quality of the food we receive is not what it used to be. But when we plant our own garden, we know exactly where our food is coming from. We don't have to rely on the stores to feed our families. We take that responsibility back into our own hands, or at least we're starting to. In the first chapter of the Bible, Genesis chapter 1, let's go to verse 29, it says, "And Yah said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree, in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for me." So from the very beginning, God provided everything we need to sustain ourselves. Our job is to learn how to use it. What we teach our children today will shape their future. These aren't just little gardening lessons. They are true life skills. Our kids are growing up in a world where many people have lost the basic skills of providing for themselves. If we don't pass this knowledge down, who will? Coming to Genesis chapter 2, verse 15, and that says, "And the Lord Yah took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden to dress him and to keep it." So from the very beginning, we were meant to work the land, to care for it, and to enjoy the fruits of our labor. I wanted to bring up another really awesome verse, and this is Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 8 through 19. This reminds us, "Therefore shall ye lay up these my words in your heart and in your soul, and ye shall teach them your children, speaking of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up." So we can see here that we're being reminded that teaching our children doesn't just happen at a desk. It happens in the everyday moments, in the kitchen, in the garden, and in the way that we live our lives. So after we planted our seeds in our moistened soil, got all our seeds planted, we transported ourselves inside to get hooked up to the heating pad and their light system. And I could say that the boys and I had so much fun putting this together. It's going to be so fascinating as we watch these plants grow. And as you can see already, I already have some set up and in place. And I'm not sure if you can see it well, but you can see that the heating pad is actually working very well because it's building that condensation in the grow cells, and that is what we want. Plants do very well in warm weather, but since it's not entirely warm right now, we're still in the very beginning of spring. We are still susceptible to facing frost if we were to put our plants directly in the soil. So that's why we're starting them indoors, so that way in a couple weeks they'll have sprouted, they'll have grown, and they'll be ready to transplant outside. And now if you wanted to start your seeds more of a simpler way, you can go ahead and just put your seedlings by a windowsill, by a window that gets a lot of sunlight, or even if it's a little warmer where you are, depending on your climate. We're in Pennsylvania, so we are in zones 6 and 7. So we still have a possibility of there being frost killing our seedlings, and we don't want that. So it really is all about where you at and what you're working with. We have this small table set up, and I just felt like it was so perfect to start our seedlings indoors here. And I just want to wrap up this video by saying that gardening truly is one of the best ways to homeschool because it connects us to God's creation, teaches us practical life skills, and gives us food that we can rely on. And most importantly, it reminds us that God is the ultimate provider. Every seed we plant is a reminder of His love and faithfulness. So if you're on a similar journey, whether you're homeschooling, gardening, or just learning how to be more self-sufficient, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below if this video has been encouraging for you. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more faith-based, family-centered content. And I'll see you in the next video. Happy gardening and God bless.